Good morning. Today we are going to see about the Python programming, and in particular how to work with Python programming, because we have n number of ways to work with the Python programming. The first one, you can use the idle. Okay, yeah. So idle is a default console that is being provided from the Python itself. During installation, you will have a separate file, separate application called idle. You can use that idle to work with this Python programming. Okay, yeah. And you have another way of working with Python using the command prompt. Yeah. So this with this command prompt also you can start working. So how you can work with this? Just type Python. You will have an editor. This is what the normal editor where you can execute your Python codes, and this is called an interactive interpreter because Python doesn't have any compilers. I hope you know the difference between the compiler and the interpreter. Interpreter, it interprets the lines then and there. If there is an error in the line, it will spot that error, then goes to the next one. Whereas the compiler, which checks for the syntax and errors line by line, and it congruates the all possible errors that you have in a file. That is the difference between the interpreter and a compiler. And this is the Python's interpreter. So where you can start working and you can simply check your what variable declaration and assignments, everything. Here in Python, it's very easy and it's not overly strict because of the lenient syntax. Syntax are not very strong and stubborn here. Look here, for a simple variable declaration, so what you can do is simply you can declare a variable a and you can assign the value 10. Done. Okay. Suppose if you print a, the value of a will be printed now. It is called automatic echoing or automatic printing in Python, where a is a variable and the value assigned to that variable is 10. So in normal programming languages, you need to define the data type of the variable. Here it is not necessary. Depending upon the value that you assign, the data type of the variable a keeps differing. Say for example, b equal to, and before we go, we need to know the data type of the variable that we declared. Here the data type I have never been declared here. I have simply assigned a value 10 to a. So how to identify the value, the data type of the variable a? Simply you just a type function can be used. So it returns the integer value. So consider I am providing b is equal to 10.2, a float. It can handle float. If I print b, it can handle float. So data type of the variable b, type b, it is float. Whereas it can also handle the complex numbers also. So 3 plus 4j, where 3 is an real part and 4j is an imaginary part. Possibly you can do it. Print the same, and the type of what the c, it is complex. You can assign the complex variables alone also. Yeah, say like d equal to 5j. Yes, so d, it type of d is always the complex event. Yeah, now we need to know, because for the variable c we have assigned 3 plus 4j. 3 is a real number and 4j is an imaginary number, whereas for d we have assigned only the imaginary number. So we need to know whether this interpreter has taken 5j as a real number or a complex number. Yeah, so simply for that what we can do is you can make a simple addition. Yeah, I hope you can understand the difference. I am just notifying, if you simply assign 5j to d, that will be taken as an imaginary part alone, because I have made a summation between the variable c and d. So 3 plus 4j plus 5j, it should be 3 plus 9j. So it is obviously very clear, when you assign only real part, it will be considered as a real part. If you give an imaginary part, that will be taken as a complex number only as a part of imaginary value. So this is very clear. So this is how you can declare variables and the assign, depending upon the type of value that you assign, the type of the variable keeps differing. Say for example, if I would like to get a string or a character variable, so what I can do is, for e equal to, yeah, quotation crush, possibly it can handle, yes. So the type of e, so string. So this is how you can initialize, assign values and initialize a variable, that is, it is syntax free. You need not to define the type of variable. Okay. So this is one way of working with the IRB or interactive interpreter. Yeah. Once you want to exit from this window, from this interactive interpreter, just press Ctrl Z. So automatically it will come out of it. Your command prompt, it is normal. So that's all about the variable declaration, variable assignment. The next video I will show you the other way of working with Python.